Hey everyone, I thought I'd show you the shop today. I've been cleaning and reorganizing it a bit because it was getting rather chaotic and messy. But first I'd like to thank everyone who's been watching my videos. The feedback and the support has been great. And thanks especially to Roman Legionnaire 77 for the fantastic shout out. So let's get started on the tour then. First up is my buffer. She's standing outside of the main shop because there's not enough room in there. I've got it hooked up to a foot pedal, which is an added safety feature, so that when I release my foot from the switch, the machine will stop automatically. Next up is my vacuum cleaner, which I've got hooked up to a cyclone system, so that any dust from grinding goes into this large blue container rather than in the vacuum cleaner. Next is my main hand sanding and finishing table with some tools, files, pliers, you know the thing. My awesome electrical skills, another vacuum cleaner. Then this tube right here is where the dust gets sucked through to the cyclone system. Then this is my main grinder. It's a 2x72 2 horsepower Ali Maxi grinder made by Alistair on British Blades. Really very awesome machine. And I especially like the VFD, so you can control the speed. Then we've got an air filter, which helps keep the air clean, so I don't have to wear a mask 10 hours after I've been done grinding. Some tool rests for the main grinder. Some sort of Dremel tool. Quenching bucket, drills and all sorts of Dremel items, some more grinding rests, small engineer's vise. Then we've got my little drill press with some clamps on it and eye protection. Then underneath here we have another tool arm with contact wheels and some welding equipment. This is a homemade window because this was just a big hole before, so this keeps the cold out while still allowing some light to come in when it's day. And I can prop it up on that stick over there, so I can get at least some air circulation as well. Then some regular workspace. Then over here a lamp with a magnifying glass to look at the smaller stuff. Then my sound system for my MP3 player. Got it covered in a bag so it doesn't get as dusty. Clock to show the time, and these are some of my knives that have been heat treated. I'll show those in a separate video. Some I've been working on. This is just a piece of scrap that I'd practiced my grinder on for the first time, and I've been checking how the steel rusts as a test. Then this is a very cool drawer cabinet. Keep my laptop here to look stuff up or to send my designs from my other PC. Then some drawing and cutting equipment. Sharpening stones, some leftovers from that folder. I ground a bit too much of the blade, so my first handles, well, the frame was too large. Some Kydex stuff, small kiridashi I've been working on. Leather stamps. This one is also a leather stamp with my maker's mark, same as on my blade. Then we've got polishing mops in protective bags so they don't get dusty. Some Scotch-Brite wheels and a lot of polishing compounds. And lastly, my hand sanding blocks for flat, for rounder shapes. A lot of wet and dry, some paracord, some micro mesh, then some handle materials, G10, micarta, some wood, as well as some of that curly mango as you have seen on my first fixed blade. Chair. Then some more drawer cabinets for small items like nails or screws and such. Then some grinding belts, trizact belts, some more belts. Then over here in the middle we have another workbench, some more belts. Then over here we have some more leather tools, sharpening supplies and some kydex, as well as yet another vacuum cleaner. Then over here my very first grinder, which is I think it's a 4 by 36 inch or 915 by 100 millimeter grinder, but it has only 350 watts, so it's not exactly a powerful machine. But it's got a disc grinder, which I haven't bought separately, so it's still a pretty handy machine, even if it's not as capable as the large one, obviously. Then we have a figure saw attached to that vacuum cleaner over there, and a table so I can push cut it rather than having to hold the saw itself. An old bench grinder. Then over here my metal cutting bandsaw, which is a lot handier than cutting steel by yourself manually. Some random junk. Then over here behind the belts some of that leftover aluminium, got quite a lot of that. Some more of the plexiglass I used on the window I made. Some clamps, hand saws, some more belts for the small grinder, all sorts of stuff. Then this box is a sonic cleaner, which I use to clean the stencil when I've put my mark on steel. Then over here some of my steel itself, mostly 52-100 except for this bit, which is CPM S30V. This, by the way, is the first time I put steel to well, a grinder at all, though I did file it first, but I got a bit bored with that, so I bought the small grinder over there. I did go a bit too far though. I think there's hardly a millimeter in thickness left when compared to the stock it came from. Not exactly a lot that's left. Yeah, so it'll probably warp if it got heat treated anyhow. But I learned a lot, and then I got some slightly more reasonably priced steel to practice on before actually making a real knife again. Some bandsaw blades, some more machines and tools, same here, some boxes filled with screwdrivers, hammers, all that, some more power tools, some more, and some random supplies I don't use a lot, some packaging supplies. Then over here we have a closet with a lot of smaller things, like gloves, some more eye protection, leather finishing supplies, some towels for cleaning, some random containers, glue, epoxy, some tape, and over there my homemade etching kit. Some more random stuff. And then over here my stitching pony for my leatherwork. It's a rather simplistic thing, but it works. Then lastly some more clothes I wear when grinding so I don't get overly dirty, and a face shield, which is especially handy for the buffer as that just throws everything around, and some safety equipment as well, hearing protection. So I hope you like the shop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid.